Hello guys, how are you? This is lecture number 8. In this lecture, I will teach you how to sell goods using quotation. I click here, PeachTree, com- computers, accounting screen appears in front of me under task menu. As you have already seen, quotation quotes. This is the other way of selling goods. I click here. This sheet is quotes or quotation. I want to sell my goods to the only customer, Mr. Ali, and I want to sell him 200 keyboards. Again, and the amount is 60,000 of this transaction. I write here quotation number 1 and freight. You can mention here freight 6,000, 7,000 as you like. No sales tax as I have mentioned earlier. Now everything okay. I save this sheet and close this sheet. I tell you guys, here quotation is a way in which you can convert your quotation into sales invoice. So there is no need to create a sales invoice. I open my quotation again. Quotation, navigate through quotation number 1, and this is convert button. I click here. You can convert your quotation into sales invoice, or you can convert sales invoice and print that sales invoice, but hard copy you can get but no soft copy. So I use sales invoice. You can also create sales order. If we create sales order from sales invoice, then we have to create sales invoice manually, and the process will be much longer than this simple process of converting a quotation into sales invoice. I write here sales invoice number, and it should be 2 because sales invoice number 1 we have already created. Now I click OK. Again message appears. This transaction will cause the customer's balance go over the credit limit by 63,500. Do you want to continue? Again, I remember you. We set our customer's credit limit 2,500. I told you earlier we can change this setting using setup guide. We have not yet changed this setting. So our order was 66,000 and the credit limit was only 2,500. The remaining amount is shown here, and PeachTree asks us, do you want to continue? I say yes because I want to continue. So our quotation disappears. There is no quotation left because it is converted into sales invoice, and when a quotation is converted into sales invoice, then there is no need to create sales invoice of that transaction. So I close this quotation and I only receive payment because I need not to create an invoice for this transaction. I click on receipt, here deposit ticket number 2, and here customer Mr. Ali. This is transaction 66,000 but discount is 1200, and when I click here the remaining amount from 66,000 after minimizing 1200, the remaining amount will appear here, and this is 64,800. Reference will be 2 because 1 was earlier used. Receipt number, you can write anything in this here, but it should be serialized. Okay, now I save this sheet and close this one. Now I want to check the inventory status. For this purpose I go to inventory option and here item list, and here 500 again because I have sold 100 via sales order and 200 via quotation. So from 800, after decreasing, after minus of amount of 300, it quantity on hand remains 500. I close this sheet and now I want to check the ledgers. Here this is our new transaction and it is 64,800 after paying 1200 discount to our customer. If I double click here, the same sheet appears here which we have recently created. I close this one and this amount is also shown in accounts receivable. Here this is, and it is shown paid in full because we have received all the amount from this sheet. Okay, 6,000 freight. Now we check the freight ledger. Here it is. Freight of 500 was used in transaction 1 of sales order, and in quotation 1 6,000 was entered as freight. Total amount is 1100. So all the ledgers are created: accounts receivable, accounts payable. When we sell something, accounts receivable is affected. When we purchase something, accounts payable is affected. So I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. I close this ledger sheet. Now I say you thank you and goodbye. We will meet in lecture number 9. So goodbye guys. Thank you very much.